Welcome back, everybody. We are wasting no time diving right into missions right as we start this episode. You know the drill, you know what we're doing here, and if you picked it up from the last episode, you got an idea of what we've been doing. So I just want to dive right into some mobs here and see if I can't really start embracing this triform lifestyle that we have going on here. Oh, and I do hate shield generators. Let's get rid of this thing. Yeah, and so why don't we talk a little bit about goals for this particular video. What I would like to do, and this will probably require, some amount of edits, things of that nature, so you don't go bored watching me walk between missions. But I think what I would like to do is hopefully get to 25. As we get into, the higher parts of this game, it's going to take longer and longer to level between missions. And so I think probably until we get Eclipse, really, which is level 32, and maybe even 33, just that we have the 3 slots I like to put in after it. Until we get to that stage, going to try to do, I guess, bundles of levels like this, where I know I'm going to get a few key powers, a few things that are just fun, get some slots and stuff put in. And then the whole time, sorry, I'm trying to talk and think here. During this whole time, this is a terrible spawn. Try to make some real progress, right? And so you'll see probably more of the bulk levels this way. When I get into, let me use this, some Stygian Circle. When I get into higher levels, I might start looking more into Task Force, things like that, to really try to, I guess, get quicker levels, again, so that we're not taking, 5 episodes per level or something stupid like that. You'll get the point of each upgrade as I do even a mission or two, so it's not like you need 7 missions to see what I'm doing. What else is around the corner here? Nothing. And so, I'll try to cut between packs. Obviously not right this second because I'm in the middle of talking to you, but, oh, here we go, perfect timing. But overall, those are the kinds of things I want to do, to keep you entertained, keep you engaged. Oh my god. I hit the wrong button. Oh, I'm going to leave that death in there just for you. It's a skill, I think, to commentate and talk while gaming. What I wanted to do there, and this is obviously not what happened, what I wanted to do there was pop in a dwarf form and hit the heal there. And so in my brain, I'm thinking heal, right? So that's fine. And what my finger did is went to my keybind on the letter C on the keyboard, which drops me to human form, where obviously I'm not going to have any sort of resistances to play with, and went straight into a Stygian Circle, which isn't going to help because there was no body. So kind of like don't drink and drive. Maybe careful when you commentate and play. A skill I didn't know I needed, but a skill I'm trying to learn. So let me get back to the spawn. I'll see you right back here in a second with that. Alright, here we are. We're back. We're back on the spawn. Burn some of this so I can use this and get it on cooldown. Not the most useful stuff, oh well. Alright, so let's try it this time. Paying actual attention. So that went a lot smoother. Oh, that's some delayed graphics there. And also proper use of a Stygian Circle when there's things to actually draw from. Again, it's a power that works on defeated enemies, not... Wait, I hear it clicky. Not, well, alive, undefeated enemies. And so what you can do is actually get the first few spawns and see, oops, I don't know why I didn't pour through that. Get the first few spawns, you can see I can pull some health right away, right? I know there's alive guys up here. So you don't have to wait till the fight's over. Again, when you're in your kind of eclipse levels, you tend to, because you're just not in as much danger unless you're, really pushing the difficulty levels. Let's grab these guys. I gotta stop saying But for this part of the game, it actually does help as a kind of mid-spawn heal. And so like this guy, I can pull him, kill him with the heal, and now I'm gonna instantly go right into another heal. If you notice there, just to get that extra little top off. So you can see my health bar now is sitting pretty. Let's see, what do we have left to fight this guy? And I'm high enough I'm actually going to burn it right there. I am going to burn one of these. Get it out of my bar. That's something else I actually really like about the Warshade. Is how the playstyle really just evolves over time. And things that, you've probably sat back and said, oh, I wish I could do that, actually become possible later on as you go. Right now, I still think that the best strategy I have is actually to get back to Nova as quickly as I can, which allows me to, I guess, stay protected through the means of actually defeating my enemies. As much as I would love for my dwarf form to take that full alpha, it does still struggle a little bit. And so it's helpful to just basically reduce the mob size. Oh, last hostage. I'm missing somebody. Back here. It's alright, let me find this hostage. I'll get into a couple more missions, and like I said, I may do a lot of cuts on this one just to get us through some levels, show you kind of what's going on, and we'll just see where it takes us. Worst case, I can commentate over the track as we're going along. So for the next few missions, I really wanted to focus in on just good quality gameplay. I know that I'd mentioned it before, but it's really true that if you're trying to commentate kind of on the fly while in the missions, while focused on powers and recharge and everything else, it really does make a difference. It makes it a little bit harder to, be accurate with your powers and your selections and such while doing that. And so I thought it would be fun, like I said, to just play without that distraction for a few, see what happens with the mobs, and see if I truly can avoid some of those, I don't know, kind of easy deaths that I had that really probably wouldn't happen under normal gameplay situations. And so in this mission here, really focusing in on good use of Myers, making sure that I'm double tapping them where I can, and you'll see that popping and off quite a bit, like just here right now. And then repositioning myself. This map in most places is going to have good places for me to kind of get away from the melee range, and if I do it right, I'm going to go either up or back. And the reason I like that is because it keeps the groups really kind of set together. And when you have these cone powers or these point blank AoE type powers, you want to get as many into it as you can. Also, the best time to do that is right after that second double mire, or a second mire, not double mire. It becomes a double mire that way. And so you want to jump in, get a mire off, get the other mire off, and then just launch those AoEs as much as possible to capitalize on that 2-hit bonus and on that damage bonus. And you'll see me kind of bounce around different groups here. I'm trying to pick ones that had at least a few spawns or a reason that I want to show it to you, and you'll see a couple later. But like right here is what I was talking about. Double mire just wiped out that group. No problem whatsoever. This group here, let me see, I think this is one, yeah. So they were spread apart. Because I have this dwarf form, not that you have to do this in dwarf, but what you're seeing me do is group a bunch of enemies. And, I ran up and taunted a couple, and then kind of just pulled them around this corner here, and now they're stacked for those mires, just like I was talking about. I've already popped the dwarf one, and, have enough here to wipe them out. I don't even have to drop back in to do the regular mire. And just like that, I've wiped out a group. you're also going to see me do things like this, where mid-pack I am coming back out and doing the basically stealing the life from them, right, to refill my health, the Stygian Circle. And it's just a way to stay healthy during the fight, not getting too low. You got to remember in these levels, and I think I alluded to it earlier, you don't have Eclipse at all times. And so that extra top off is a layer of your defense. And I want you to think of it proactively, right? If you wait till your bar is too far to the red, you may take a hit as you're popping out of form, and that might be it, right? Whereas if you just get in the habit of saying, okay, I've got, a couple enemies down, I can pop over, I can heal myself up, and I'm good to go. If you get in that habit, I think you'll find yourself surviving easier, and you're just kind of building that muscle memory to do it. And check that out right there, I level up, right? So the good news about that is, we're going to pop out of this mission here in a few, and we'll talk about, my next picks before I jump into the next batch. But yeah, really like seeing the cleaner gameplay here, not being as distracted. You can kind of see how smooth and rhythmic this really gets into. And we'll check that out again after we level. But let's take a moment and I'll show you the powers and such, or not the powers, but the enhancement slots that I'm going to pick at this next level. Alright, so we finished that mission and back to leveling. Level 23, 2 more slots, going right into Black Dwarf Mire. And this is what I've been talking about this whole time in previous episodes, and this is so that we can now, press the right button, we can now drop these two back in. So we get that 3% increased damage that we had seen earlier in the game. And more importantly, we get the 8.75% recharge. Took us a couple levels, but we got it back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now the big thing is the push to level 24. So let's grab our mission, and I will see you once we get inside. When looking at levels where we just pick enhancement slots, it can be hard to be as excited about that as it is about getting a new key power. And generally speaking, they're not usually as impactful as those powers. Like, for example, we just grabbed those 2 slots to finalize that bonus set on the Dwarf Mire. And if I compare that to when I picked up Stygian Circle, obviously Stygian Circle is going to be the clear winner, right? It's a utility power that is keeping me alive, that's keeping me healthy, that's refilling things as I finish groups and things like that. But it doesn't mean that those enhancement slots are unimportant or should be ignored. And when you're working on a build like this, that's heavily investing in a certain key attribute, in this case recharge, I look at it a lot like compounding interest, right? So if I think of something like from the financial world I'm in, like a mutual fund, and I think about one event of putting $100 into it, yeah, that doesn't sound like much. But as I do that consistently over time, I'm getting more and more and more invested in whatever it is that I'm putting that into, in this case the recharge, right? So whereas the 8.75% recharge on its own, yeah, not that inspiring, not that exciting, but in addition to all the other recharge I've been doing this entire time deliberately, now you're starting to see a true impact, right? And I'm sitting at over 130 odd percent with hasten running, and quite a bit without hasten as well. And it's just allowing me to become that much more powerful than if I had only invested one set with one set bonus 1 or 2 times, right, for recharge. Just look at how much more frequently these mires come up. It's at the point that I believe with the force feedback proc, even the human form one can become permanent. And definitely on the dwarf mire, that's of no consequence. That's easy to get permanent. And then you look at things like Stygian Circle. I can use it now both in the groups, in the middle of a pack after I've taken out a few enemies, and I can use it after the pack to then top up on top of the fact that I was trying to keep myself healthy the whole time. And it turns that to a utility power that's also almost defensive in nature, right? And then beyond that, it's recycling my attack powers. And so when I'm in Nova form, I get to use my AoEs just that much more frequently, which as you increase mob density really matters, because you're at that point, a great defense is that good offense, right? Is to just take out the trash. If they're not alive, they can't hurt you. And so that's where, even though sometimes, showing you sliding is not as exciting, I still want to stress that it's important, especially when you think about your entire leveling journey and what each of those decisions is doing for you as you progress along. With that, though, we're about to scoot over to another level up. So let's talk about the next power pick. Level 24, and the contact for the Warshade has taken me all the way to this point, saying that at level 25 I can pick up more missions. So aside from that one DFB from below, this contact has gotten me far. Now granted, I'm on double XP, so I mean that does help, of course. But let's take a new power. And here's the thing, here's my options, right? So I can always go into more power pools, get more recharge via more luck of the gamblers, right? My recharge right now, though, pretty solid. Can't really complain about it. Nebulous form is a good kind of oh crap button. You can go completely invisible, phase shift, whatever you want to call it. And I actually do like this power. I might pick it up later. The other two that are kind of considerations here, Unchained Essence. This is a lot like a mini nuke, but it relies on a body on the ground. I do love this power. A lot of people don't. I personally do. But the reason I'm not going to pick this right now is in a couple levels, Kazar, a true nuke, is up. And the thing with Unchained Essence is either A, there's a lot of bodies because I did a great job clearing the pack out right away, or B, there's not. There's maybe one or two because I took out a tougher opponent, but I don't have Eclipse yet, so I may not be able to stand there and really take the burn the damage in the middle of a pack. However, Dark Extraction on a dead enemy, making little fluffy balls of destruction and doom, I'm all about that. So this is what I'm going to pick. It's a long recharge. Again, why do we focus on recharge? Because we have a lot of long recharge powers. And just to show you what this looks like, let's just come over here and find ourselves a little friend to toy with. God, I think the purple Warshade influence is corrupting me. I'm over here talking about playing with my food. Alright, so I'm going to hit this guy really quick. And here we go. Gotta love it. Gives him like that rebirth animation, and then fluffy ball of doom. 2.5 minutes for it to recharge currently. Now I don't have hasten up. I think with hasten I might be able to get 2 out at once. They last, I want to say, 2 minutes. And thankfully they don't go flying too far away. They do follow you around. They can also take hits for you, so they can kind of act as, I don't want to say a mini tank, it's nothing of the sort, but they can kind of take a couple hits for you every now and again if they're being targeted and you're not. So, love my fluffy balls of destruction here. Definitely glad to pick up this power. It's a fun one to have. And like I said, with enough recharge, so now we're down to, so just jumped down to minute 13. I might have some overlap. I think with absolute max recharge and also as a bus flying, I think you can get, I know you can get 3 out. I think there might be a way, and it's for the briefest of seconds to get to 4. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the math on that. But I definitely know you can get to 3 with the right kind of buffs, the right type of recharge and everything else. But that's not very common. It's not uncommon later on to see 2 of these out, though. So, I mean, as far as enhancements go, who's going to be shocked that I'm going to pick another recharge set? I've got Expedient Reinforcement, Accuracy Damage, or Expedient Reinforcement as a set, and you'll see at the 4 set bonus, I get a recharge reduction of 6.25 again. So the rest of the stuff, not really all that impressive, a little bit of damage, whatever. And I think what I want here is really to get it up fast. So accuracy recharge, damage endurance recharge. So this one here, accuracy recharge has the best recharge rate reduction. And so, can I not do that yet? This is a level 27. Okay, so similar story to Numina's. I was not paying attention and didn't realize I can't slot this yet. So I think for now I'm just going to put a regular recharge, or I'll go find a Franken slot one. Maybe I'll find something like this where I can do a recharge accuracy or recharge damage. I gotta think about that one. So let me give that some thought. I need to pause recording for a second anyways, and then we're going to come back. I'll tell you what I did in another mission, and we'll keep pushing to 25. Okay, so here in another mission, did some quick checking in between, well, not in between episodes, but in between recordings, and it looks like it's 200 seconds that the essences that I extract, our little fluffy guys, last. So mental math here tells me we should easily get 2 up, and maybe 3, but not for long. Let's see. Let's get our first. So we'll just kind of take this with the mission and see what we get. Oops. And now that I'm back to commentating live, I instantly start hitting the wrong buttons, of course. Not a big deal. We'll get this caught up. But I think especially with the recharge that I have and the force feedback, I think I should be able to... Yeah, I'm looking at a minute 20. Definitely get 2 up, but I think, yeah, 3 would overlap for a few seconds. Definitely can't do the math off the top of my head here, but let's do it. Let's play this mission for a couple minutes. We'll see just how... Whoa, that is a weird glitch. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, let's see how many we can get. So we're down to about 45 seconds in recharge. And I do need to actually pay a little bit of attention. Arachnos can be one of the harder enemy groups for me to fight, especially if you get to where they start draining you, or, you get mezzes and stuff like that. So definitely want to be careful. Let's throw this guy on a hold. And I'm spending a lot of time looking at my bar, so forgive me for that. I'm just seeing how fast that charge is coming up. Let's do this. Fill ourselves up. Oh, God, can't see. So we got 2 seconds, and so I can come right here and just pull him really quick. Get a little heal going, and we're back in it. Alright, where'd the guy go? Where'd he go? We had a runner. There we go. Alright, so we definitely have 2 up now. With a minute 21 left. Can I get a better... saturation? Yeah, so now I've got just that extra bit of DPS coming through. And something you can do here is throw some taunts out. And so that'll keep your guys alive a little bit longer, just because you're not having them take the brunt of your damage. Now, it's kind of a choice though, right? Because that can also be a blessing if they are handling hits for you. Alright, so we got... Yeah, you can see SS1 over here if you're looking at my cursor. He's about half down on health there. And I've got about another 40 seconds almost before it's up again. Let's take these guys out. Although having these enemies blow up does not exactly help my Stygian circle life. 10 seconds. I don't know if he'll stay alive for 10 seconds. Or his body will stay there for 10 seconds. And that was a terribly positioned mire. So you can just make fun of me for that in the comments. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, so 1 went down. Oh... Yeah, 1 either despawned or died. I'm not sure how that went. But either way, sitting comfortably at 2 at this stage of the game. I don't feel too bad about that. Let's pay a bit more attention and pick the right powers here. Alright. What am I looking for? Clicky? Okay. Back it up, do a little attack in here. I really want her to be frozen. I love having the extra attacks there. Heal up. Get the auto whatever. Not hearing any clickies. So this is the only other thing that's kind of a pain is, you know, when you're cruising along, it's easy to keep things going with these fluffy balls. But if you're having to backtrack, oh, almost accidentally hit that button. If you're having to backtrack, you can have them go down when you don't want them to. Although I'm really surprised I didn't have a the glowy back there. That or I just didn't hear it. Freeze you. Grab some health. Yeah, see, I just have one, so it must have died. Is that going to extract? Yeah, okay. Actually, I think I hear the glowy now. Thought I did. Oh. Well, in any case, you're kind of seeing what I'm talking about, though. So you get these nice little guys following you around throughout the mission, and they can serve as like that decoy. They can serve as, you know, obviously DPS as they're sitting there firing. And it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to get 3 up consistently right now. Again, not sure if I was having an issue there with one of them getting killed, or if I was having an issue with recharge. Ah, there it is. Either way, having 2 is nothing terrible. And we can kind of see, so we got 42 seconds left. I don't remember if they carry external, like once they leave this mission. Let's see if they, I guess, pop out with me, if you will. Ah, they don't. Okay. So we'll have to check in the next mission. So let's pop in the next one. Let's see if we can get a couple more going as we work our way towards level 25. Alright, here we are. Some Circle of Thorns. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a 3rd one here. This could be a tough spawn, actually. Especially because I can't really see. Alright. Let's get this. Let's heal. Let's pop back out. And sorry for the skew of visibility here. Unfortunately, not much I can do about that. Again, just the joy of cave maps. Keep ourselves nice and healed. What is hitting me? Oh, there it is. I knew there was something else there. Alright. Let's keep it moving, keep it moving. Is that where I came in? Yep. Oh, caves. Alright, let's see. You know, I can't fully remember. I'll have to do some research offline. I don't know if the Fluffies over here have any of your enhancement values when you summon them. Like, let's say that you're mired or something like that, if they take on that mire with you. I truly do not recall. Either way, I mean, whether they do or they don't, they're still just great extra DPS, so there's not like a reason you wouldn't want to have them. We're about to be summoning another one. Let's see if we can get it before his body disappears on us. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. So, got the 2 up. Got about 2 minutes left on recharge. Now we don't have hasten running at the second, so that of course is going to hurt our recharge, or our yeah, recharging that back up. Ooh, hello. Oh, I thought I got the hold off. And actually I need to drop out for hasten. Let's get out of this form for a second. Okay, we still got 2 going. See See if I can't get some force feedback procs, and I did. You can see the little icon up there, so that's good. I don't think... Yeah, see, this is another one of those, like, when you have enemies that don't leave a body, you are also still stuck with the not being able to Stygian Circle or anything that would need a body. Is there just another path on the other side here? You can't absorb a defeated opponent that's no longer physically there, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Alright, 14 seconds. Let's see. Still got both up. Definitely not a issue of one of them dying. So let's... Alright, so will it let me keep 3 for any length of time here? So I got 3 up. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, and see, the other one just went away. So it does look like for at least my current level of recharge, the max is going to be... Oh, let me taunt that guy. My max is going to be 2, realistically speaking. You know, maybe with the right force feedback procs, maybe I would luck out. Oh, come on. Don't kill them. Maybe I would luck out and learn how to use words. I could luck out and have 3 up, but I think the reality is I'm probably going to, more often than not, just be sitting on 2, which is not bad. It's not bad. You see all the extra DPS I'm getting from them. And again, my commentating and looking at my bar and checking these recharges is not helping me in the realm of efficient play here, but I really don't think that anything else I'd be doing would be getting me much closer to any faster. Alright, here we are, level 25. And this is going to be both in Dark Extraction, so nothing surprising. And let me put them in. So already have a recharge. I'm going to throw another recharge in there. Get a little bit of overlap that might let me get 3 for a few. And I'm going to put an accuracy, just get them a little bit more accurate. So not groundbreaking. Again, the next time I level up at 27, I can put these in and I'll have the full set bonus. So this is just really meant to bridge that gap. You could also possibly change out one of these recharges for damage. Wouldn't be a terrible idea, but I think that this will work out just fine for me for a couple levels. And the other thing to note too is now that I'm level 25, I'll actually fill my alternate build with the budget build. And so look forward to that. You've seen me take this to 25 with the more expensive build, and now I'll show you the kind of opposite side of the spectrum. Hopefully you enjoyed that first version that went through level 16. Thank you again for joining me. I can't wait to see you on the next episode, and yeah, I'll see you in the city.